Hello, I hope everybody's having a blessed one. I want to thank you very much for tuning into my channel. I know it's been a long time, but life is just life, and there's not really much we can do about it. So I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I hope everybody's having a blessed one. I hope everybody's safe. I wish the best for everybody's family. And like, since Valentine's Day is approaching, the topic of my message today is the truth about marriage. And like, this is a very, very good message that a lot of people do not really know about or thought about. So I first want to start off with Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. So in Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, and this is doing creation. And the Lord God said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him." So this is pretty much, so we all know that God created man first, and then he made the woman. And so God is already telling us that it's not good for man to be alone. Okay, now let's go to Proverbs chapter 18, verse 22. 18, verse 22. Just give me a minute. So in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 22, it says, "Whosoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing, and obtaineth favor of the Lord." So like, marriage is of the Lord. Marriage is of God. God likes us to be married. It says you receive favor and you find it for good thing. So the thing that I've noticed is, like, especially with this, so what I've noticed, especially with this generation, is like, it's becoming so self-centered. Like, a lot of people are shying away from marriage and having children. Now obviously you don't want to like rush with marriage. You want the Lord to guide you and bring you the right person. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people desire marriage, but a lot of people have either given up on it, or like, a lot of people may have like unrealistic standards and expectations. Like, doing marriage vows, what do they say? For better, for worse. So like, in marriage, there's always going to be disagreements. There's always going to be something that you don't like about your spouse, something that you didn't agree with. But that's why you guys are supposed to work each out. You guys are supposed to help each other. It's said a help meet. You guys are supposed to complement each other, help each other grow. Okay, so in Colossians chapter 3, verse 18, let's go to Colossians. I haven't read Colossians for a long time. Colossians is one of these books that, like, sometimes it's just crazy to just find. 1804. 1804. Okay, Colossians chapter 3, verse 18. So it says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as it is fit in the Lord. Husbands, love your wives and be not bitter against them. So the thing is, in marriage, you guys are supposed to work together. The husband is supposed to be in the lead. The husband is supposed to be a leader. But it's also the husband's duty to love and to provide and protect for his wife. The thing with a lot of this generation is there's not really marriage anymore. Children are being born into households where like the parents are not married, and it just really creates this toxic environment. That's why, like, I would say it's better to marry first so that you bring children into a stable home. You see a lot of children with mental disorders, with a lot of psychological problems, and like most of the time the reason is because they were not born in a stable home. But marriage adds that kind of stability. Like, the mom has income, the dad has income, and then like it creates more stability. There's certain things that a man can do and a woman cannot do, and vice versa. Like a child needs to learn certain things from the father, and then the child also needs to learn certain things from the mother. But like when the child is not born into this stable home, it creates issues because the mother is now trying to be both the mother and the father. And a mother is supposed to be a mother. It's not her role to be a father. So that's one of the problems I am seeing. Another problem is this whole hookup culture kind of thing. Like, people don't want to build genuine relationships anymore. People do not want to communicate. You can't build genuine relationships off of just social media, off of just texting. You can't. It's not really advisable. You build genuine connection with people by talking to people, going to see people, socializing. So like I feel like there's really an agenda to destroy marriage. Because marriage is of the Lord. And a lot of young people need to understand that marriage is really a good thing. Like I think it was during the 50s or the 40s, women wanted to stay at home. They wanted to raise a family. And now they want to do businesses. They're not really thinking about family. In Genesis, God said, be fruitful and multiply. It's our job to replenish the earth. It's our job to make children. Raising children is one of the most important things for the survival of humanity. Raising cultured children. But when people just want to be focused on all these other things, then like how are they going to raise children who are going to be competent leaders and help better society? So marriage is really key to our survival. Marriage is very important. Now let's go to Genesis chapter 2 verse 24. So Genesis chapter 2 verse 24, it says, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. See, a man, I personally believe that the important stages in a man's life: birth, marriage, and death. You have other stuff that are very important, like baptism and all of that. But marriage is very, very important. You guys become one flesh. You guys become one. And the thing with a lot of people do not understand is all of this fornication is very, very dangerous, because you're not one with that person, and when you're going out to fornicate, it's a very dangerous and sinful thing. But when you marry, you and your wife become one. You love your wife like Christ loved the church. You guys better each other, and you guys raise a family. Marriage helps to bring that stability. Children are born into a stable home. Both parents are making income. But children who are born without that stability, they're at greater risk of going through trauma and all of that. So we need to really, really understand this lesson, that marriage is important, and young people should still be aspiring to get married. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you have a blessed one. I hope you share my message. Thank you very much.